Well, as you know, we we adjourned for the Lent break, diba? And uh, I'm happy to say that during this period, when, as I stated there, when we have really two trusts, our normal job to receive, discuss, and enact pass laws, and the other one, half half your mind or even more of that is on the impeachment case. Despite all of that, when we adjourned yesterday, we had a very, I think, a quite a good record of bills approved on third reading. Um, all in all, marami. Yesterday, uh, 14 yata. And basta anyway, we'll distribute this list. And several of them are also real priority bills. So we're quite happy about this. Let me tell you kung ano yung mga na-approve on third reading. Uh, Yesterday. So,
led up speaker, whistleblower, saka
yung mga whistleblowers bill, and ano yun, third reading na yun.
yeah,
And yung protection of witness protection program nasa second reading na yan, di ba? Second reading. And uh, quite a number of other bills. And we'll give them to you. Yesterday alone, we approved, last night we approved 13 national bills, and 14,
15,
15, and
Eight.
8 local bills,
8 on second reading, speaker.
and 8 on second reading. Approved on third reading, kahapon. Dito, di man na-approve kahapon.
On third reading.
On third reading, ayan. Defining and penalizing enforced or involuntary disappearance. Ganda yan. Honoring and granting additional benefits and privilege to centenarians. Providing incentives for the manufacture, assembly, and conversion of electric, hybrid, and alternative fuel bills. Designating of cooperatives, and basta mahaba ito, and I will distribute them to you. And so, and the ones that we approved on second reading,
Ito, second
ito,
reading.
second reading. Ito, mga kwanto, approved on second reading. Institutionalizing a pre-hospital emergency medical care system. Providing for the retention of the Protected Area Management Board of 75% of the revenues, accounting, so forth. Resolution rationalizing the taxes on international air carriers. Incidentally, yun ang importante ito, ay kinikeha ng mga KLM and so forth, itong taxes natin. So we have a bill here rationalizing them. Act preventing pollution from ships. Ledak po niyan. Providing a 3-year validity period for the license to exercise security profession.
Kay Mikey yan.
Okay, Mikey, right? So at any rate, it was a busy day yesterday, and we were able to go on the Lenten break, confident that despite all the attention that is being given by you, by us, on the impeachment case across town dito, we have to go back there to Congress ulit mamaya, to the House. The primary function of lawmaking was not didn't take a backseat. Kaya yan, we are very happy about that. Ikaw, meron ka naalala?
Doon sa led up priorities lang, basically, out of the 29 or so na LEDA priorities, ano naman kami doon almost one-third doon we have already, either the President has already signed it into law or we have already approved it on third reading. Yung iba pending na sa Senate. And then the rest of the LEDAC priorities, a substantial, more than 15, I guess, are pending with the Committee on Appropriations for appropriation provisions in accordance with our rules. And as soon as ang APRO naman ang maglabas nun, then hindi naman kami mahihirapan ng to shepherd them hopefully before we go on our CNG adjournment by June starting June 6. So yun lang. So sa mga LEDAC priorities namin, I think we are on track, except that meron talagang mga LEDAC priorities like that are medyo may mga amendments medyo katulad ng antitrust. So marami talagang gustong tanong diyan, and there are certain amendments that will be introduced later on. But the rest of the LEDAC priorities medyo okay naman ang namin schedule namin.
Speaker,
Yes.
the chairman of the committee on constitutional amendments said that it's impossible to pursue now amendments to the constitution and substantially. You called for a summit. Do you agree with the chairman of the committee?
I think it's a realistic assessment of it, and only if we can succeed in convincing the president to push it, can we really hope to finish it by within this 15th Congress.
So you don't think it's really possible now?
It's all ready, mind you. We have all the things ready, and what we have in mind, of course, is not a convention.
Yes, sir.
It's a constituent to compose ourselves into a constituent assembly, which is not as difficult to do as calling a convention. But nonetheless, unless we succeed in getting the president on board it, talagang medyo mahirap yan.
What do you mean the president is on board?
No, if we get him on board, meaning to say he pushes it himself,
But
we
you're
can
not
convince
dropping
him.
it yet.
No, we continue to fine tune it actually, and exchange notes with the senators.
Despite the assessment of the chairman of the committee, sir.
Oh, ito lang siya. It's, all of us can make our own assessment.
Sir, after this 41% of
Trust rate.
Last rating.
Ano?
Last rating.
Talaga? Pasalamat na lang ako sa 41%. Well, actually, if you will notice, I had a substantial increase in Metro Manila. Sa Mindanao, bumagsak. Pero I guess it's happy naman ako at may substantial improvement sa home turf ko, which is Metro Manila.
Sir, saan
Speaking
yung
of Mindanao, what do you do with the power prices there?
Right. That there really is some controversy about the power crisis, and from our point of view, some congressmen have been talking about it, and at a certain point, I guess we will also want to take a look at it. But for the moment, since it has been called to the attention of the DOE, and according to them, they are on top of it, and it's not artificial according to them. I guess we have to give them a chance to do something about it.
You believe that it's not artificial?
That's what they are saying. I'm sitting down here. I don't know what's going on
You
over
want to
there.
find out that it's artificial
Yes.
or not?
I think there are some resolutions filed with us to look into it.
What about the butter? Oil?
Wala, I'm not even aware that there is a pending bill on that in the House. Meron ba?
Casino has filed, yeah,
Si Casino?
into half.
Yeah, kailangan
I mean, not half, as in zero VAT on oil, no? Zero VAT on oil.
What is
Just
that?
scrap it. So
Well-
how would that impact on the economy if you take out if you take away the VAT?
I don't think it's gonna get anywhere.
Why, sir?
I don't think it will get anywhere.
Speaker, during that break, do you expect a propaganda war between the prosecution and the defense panel, or there will be a heightened attack among members of prosecution?
Well, first of all, no, insofar as we in the House are concerned, let me just say that that we have these 18 people who are in the prosecution panel, and despite the fact that they are not professional litigants and so forth, I think they performed commendably, and we ourselves are quite happy with it. No? And let me also say, as I stated last night, that of the 201, 188 plus 13, not a single person has recanted, whether in whispers or publicly.
Sir, what will happen during break, sir?
Huh?
What will happen during break? Do you expect,
Well,
the defense panel?
I think that's some common sense lang yan, that during this 1.5 years, some of the people there will be talking about it. Kami naman dito, we are just looking forward to the testimony of the Chief Justice.
The public apology raw po ng prosecution, sabi ng defense. The least you can dahil doon sa pagkasira daw ng image ng Chief Justice.
Are you not, he sira his own image?
Going back to the back, when you say you don't think it's gonna go anywhere,
Yeah, you're talking about a zero VAT. That's like
but oil,
that's
just on
like
oil.
yeah. On when you start on oil, then later on medicines, then later on basic commodities, food. But yun, that's it took a long time to get this far. A lot of sacrifices, a lot of, and I think it's still on the right track.
What would
and-
happen if you take that out? That's why you don't want to take that out.
No, it will. We are having a problem in oil now, but this is really an up and down thing. Principally, it's because of the crisis in Iran and the whole area, the Persian Gulf, which accounts for a big portion of the oil supplies of the world. Now, on the other hand, itong VAT is something that has been found beneficial all over the world. Itong kanito, and we should not get back on it. If necessary, kung talagang as the president said, actually authorize a slight increase in 50 centavo increase in fare and so forth. Mga ganong klaseng steps ang kailangan gawin. But leave the basic structure of the VAT there.
Sir, how should we use the windfall from the VAT now to cushion the impact of rising oil prices?
Well, actually, the VAT, which is really one of our principal sources of revenue, is not particularly earmarked for any particular thing, because it goes into the general fund of the government, and the government can it will do a lot of things. Like for instance, last year, 2011, everybody concludes that we probably underspent. You know? Totoo yan. But do you know we actually spent more? Yung the end, when they actually summed it all up, we spent more money in 2011 than in 2010. But moreover, we spent less money on interest payments. I think by about 50 million pesos, which means to say that 50 million also went into projects and programs. But this year, we are off to a rousing stand, so that even if January was a record collection, there was a deficit, a substantial deficit as well, because they are fast tracking and wants to get the money out of the hands of the Budget Commission during the summer sana ngayon pero umuulan din. No?
Sir, you're saying that while we spend more and the projected deficit is such, it actually helps the deficit management of the fiscal management of the
Yeah, right. Because one of the achievements of last year was to reduce the bulk of the quantity of the debt na may mga nabayaran. Hey, I'm not an expert on this. Nagkataon lang that I delivered the speech on it 2 days ago, kaya naalala ko pa.
Sir, but you are.
Ha?
You are, sir, because you used to be the senior vice chairman.
Going back to
Okay,
the,
wait. Ito sinabi ni Poet kanina. He said that there are about 20 or more, 26 bills pending in the Appropriations Committee.
Almost 20, Speaker.
Yeah, okay.
Now, just cross-refer to the
Yeah.
APRO.
But there were a lot more. There were a lot more. Now, nung araw, I could remember, pro forma lang ito sa Appropriations Committee that a bill in a certain principal committee, which has money impact, passes as well to the appropriations. Nung araw, sige, go lang ng go. Ngayon, actually, our appropriations committee is making an effort to make sure that these are not going to be just empty bills.
on two bills, on sin taxes, how, do you have already a compromise formula on sin taxes?
Well, I think this 1 month and more of break would give us a chance to talk to all of the or to most of the people who have who have knowledge or interest in the syntaxes. You know, one of the things that is really problematic here is that the WTO actually expects us to come out with the new excise taxes based on the WTO decisions with respect to liquor and alcohol products. Yun. And then the other one, of course, is yung tobacco. You know, everyone is now looking at the farmers and so forth. Definitely, we want to come out with a formula that does not impact as much on them. But we must remember also that one of the principal problems that we're facing here is the monopolistic hold of some companies on the manufacture of tobacco. Sa tingin ko, that's an even bigger problem.
So how do we expect to deal with this?
Well, we will deal with them. Basta yung definitely we would like to protect above all, help protect yung mga tobacco farmers at hindi masyadong maipak sa kanila and convince them that that's not it's quite beneficial. In fact, kung lumaki ang tax on tobacco, the 15% earmarked for ano yan, mga producing regions. Yeah, the 15% earmarked for producing will continue. So mas malaki pa yung kanilang makukuhang percentage or amount under the existing laws now. The existing law, which gives 15% to the producers, producing, is not being touched.
Sure, but
And moreover, now we're talking earmarking. Moreover, the principal, the bulk of whatever new revenue can be gotten is earmarked for payment of premiums for universal health care under the PhilHealth. I think maganda yon. At nang malinaw na yung pera hindi gagastusin sa kung saan-saan, but will be there to assure universal coverage of PhilHealth.
sure, the cigarettes is only one part of the equation. And today, I think there was news that both Stanley Gill and at the same time Asia Brewery are actually against the present what is being presented. So how do we expect to deal with the
Many people start out from different
Yes, sir.
poles naman, and that is the very essence of trying to come up with the solution is give and take naman. I think we can manage.
So bottom line, that can be resolved.
I think so.
And you can be the deadline by April next year.
Oh, this year? Thank you, Bo.
Next year, WTO.
Anyway, we have a single law. Both excise and tobacco is covered by a single law.
Okay.
Yeah, next year.
What about the RH?
Itong expert on RH.
Why did you bury it?
Yan, Mr. Majority Leader.
They buried it. I don't know, where?
Well, ang ano namin, we're supposed to, ako talaga nag-suggest talaga na kung if it is possible to have a vote on the sa plenary before we go on this break, to find out if we will still continue with the debate or we go to another period of the legislating which is the period of amendment, only to remember later on that we will be going on a Lenten break. So the worst that can happen is that during the holiest month of the year, medyo sama ng regalo namin sa ano. No? Pagbalik namin, but just to just to clarify things, doesn't matter that even if on the assumption that we are able to terminate the debate on the reproductive health bill before we go on CDJ adjournment, it doesn't mean that it's automatically approved on second reading. No. We just terminate a period of debate. Then we proceed to the period of amendments. If talagang naging masyado maigting ang debate sa period of interpellation, then you expect a mas mabigat na debate ang mangyayari sa period of amendment, particularly if the amendment is rejected, because if it is rejected, then we go to the process of appeal, then magbobotohan niya, nominal voting, so that's it. So hopefully before we go on the CDJ adjournment before June 6, malalaman namin kung magkakaroon ng motion to terminate the debate sa reproductive health.
Yeah, ito mo, reproductive health. A lot of things has been said already about it. So we ourselves, we have reached the point na basta mapagbotohan lang. So whether it goes this way or that way, because particularly at this point where nobody can really say that he has a majority here or a big majority. I think it's but still it behooves us to try to bring it to a vote one way or the other.
Sir, how do you see the
And we cannot even speak for the Senate. Hindi namin alam kung anong kahihinat na nito sa Senado. So we can only speak for the House. And hindi namin kayang i-bind ang thinking of the senators.